What's up YouTube, this is Toy Like 65 guys, and today we've got a ban list prediction. This is a video response to the Vexacus 466. So before we get on to that video, I would like to give a shout out to him. Thank you for the video response, and also thank you for the playmat. So I got a playmat in the mail today from him. He signed it right here. So thank you for the playmat, and I'll be using this in regionals and be using it a lot. So thank you again. So big shout out to him. So let's get on to the ban list predictions. Alright guys, here's my ban list right here. I'm going to talk about each of these cards, and we're going to start with the monsters. So I'm going to talk about Fire Fist Bear. Basically, I feel like Bear was one of those cards I'm going to put on my list just because he's able to be splashed in Constellars, his own archetype, variations of its own archetype, Rabbit and stuff like that. You can even splash it in Boojins, which I'm seeing that now. And there's a couple other decks I don't know off the top of my head. I believe maybe windups, but I've seen some variations, some weird variations online. But it's a special card. I'm not going to put too much thought into Bear though. I feel like it'll stay at 3, but there's a possibility it will go down to 2. Then we're going to go out and Chaos Emperor Dragon. Yeah, just because they used it at Nats does not mean this card's coming back, guys. I'm just threw this on the list to troll you guys. It's not coming back at all. It's just too broken. Insector Hornet, I love the Insector archetype. It was one of my very first decks playing. So I'm going to have to say I would put it back up to 2. But, I mean, I don't think putting it back up to 2 is going to make it broken at all or make the deck insanely good. Don't get me wrong, having Hornet up to 2 does increase your chance of popping monsters, but the way the deck's been played lately, it's not going off the popping. It's more Ladybug setting up those rank 5s and rank 4 plays and really pushing for a game like that. And Boojin's going to be a new archetype coming up, and to be able to have a Curie negate the effect of Hornet, it ain't going to matter in the long run. Spellbook Magician of Prophecy, I feel like this card is not going to go down to 1. I feel like it's going to go down to 2 because it is a searcher. I feel like the deck's just way too new, and I don't think it's going to, I mean, yeah, it's good, but it's not, I mean, right now you see mainly E-Dragons out there, so I feel like it's not going to get hit as much. And I feel like putting it at 2 is just the right amount. I feel like because you need spellcaster monsters out there, and I feel like taking away this blue guy would make the deck, the theme go down a little bit, and I just don't like that. And so I don't think Konami will do that. Book of Moon, onto the spells. Book of Moon is one of those cards that people have mixed feelings about. I think it could possibly go up to 2. Because there are a lot of effect cards nowadays, and I feel like Book of Moon would be really cool back up at 2, and it's not going to like completely break the game if you do. Not if you decided to give 2 Monster Reborns or 2 Heavies or something like that. I feel like Book of Moon has possibility of coming back up to 2. Tenki, I want to say Tenki is going to go down to 1 or 2. The reason why I say that is because Tenki can be splashed in like every deck out there that runs Beast Warrior type monsters. Wind-ups, you've got Fire Fist, you've got Constellars, and like decks along those lines that have those monsters that you want to search with Tenki. And Tenki is just so broken because, I mean, you combos off with Bear so easily, and I feel like Tenki, it's probably going to go down to 2, if not, go down to 1. Gold Stark, I think it'll go down to 2 to stop some of those dragon players. I mean, it is a broken combo to like banish a dragon, basically you plus right off that. And then it's basically a double plus. And I feel like that's going to slow down the E-Dragon player, and I feel like E-Dragons are going to top world, so that would be my guess. I am a Heretic player, so I decided to throw a convocation on there. Heretics need that surge power. They're way too inconsistent, and I feel like putting it back up to 3 because they are getting that support with that tuner, that level 6 normal, which I feel like they're going to set up Heretics a little bit, again, Konami. So that's why it's on the list. I feel like it's going to go back up to 3. Secrets, I feel like it's going to go down to 1, just because it is a searcher and a big combo off with Judgment Day. I believe that Judgment Day won't get hit because it is too new. That's my own thought. I feel like it's one of those cards that you can Solemn Warning it. You can do so much to get rid of, like, I've done it multiple times. You set Solemn Warning, Solemn Judgment. All right, they try and go Judgment. Okay, if they don't have secrets, then it's so hard to go off if they only have one. Yes, there's other options, but it's going to stop those plays for them to build up 4 or 5 guys on one turn, especially something level 5 or 4. So I feel like putting Spellbook of Secrets to 1 is going to level the deck down and make it a little slower. But then you're going to have to recycle with your towers and your eternities, and that's how it's going to. I feel like that's the way Konami's going to push the deck. It's going to be a more feel like a more controlled base format a little bit, or slow it down just a little bit. I'm not going to say it's going to go to a dead halt, but I feel like it's going to slow down. Super Rejuvenation, it's got to go down to 1 or 2, or not 2. It's got to be. It's either going to get banned or it's going to go down to 1. It's one of those cards that it could go both ways. I feel like it should go down to. It should get banned because it's just so broken. You can activate in the end phase. But if you put it down to 1, how often are they going to open up with it, or how often are they going to draw it? That's my thoughts. So I would have to put it at 1 for the E-Dragon players. The baby dragons, they're not going to touch them. The big dragons, they're not going to touch them. Konami's coming out with a tin. They're making them secret rares. You guys have to. Konami's a business. If players are going to spend their money, or they're going to go out and buy the tins, that's what they're going to do. They're going to have you go out and buy 3 tins of the E-Dragons you need, or all of them. That's $20 a tin. I mean, I know realistically, I know not every player's going to go out and go buy 3 tins of each one, or they'll just go online and get them. But either way, you're still losing money. You as a player are going to put out money. They're going to take it in, and putting the baby or the E-Dragons down to, or hindering the E-Dragons like their main monsters. I don't see it. I feel like Bottomless Trap Hole is going to go up to 3 because that new archetype is coming out, and be able to search out the trap holes, and to be able to banish a couple monsters is not going to be bad in the next format. EV, or Eradicator Epidemic Virus. This card is just trolls, prophecies, and just those control-based decks. I feel like it will go down to, I want to put it at 2, but it might go down to 1, or just even gone. I just feel like it's just too good in the format right now, because you've got so many, like, E-Dragons can make all the dark. Big Eye, just, I mean, we saw it at Nats for the win. I mean, it's just such a good card. And I feel like putting it down to 2 and putting it down to 1 is going to decrease your chances of opening up with it or having it. So I don't think it's going to get straight up banned, but it's a good card, one to be on the worthy of being on the ban list. Dragossack, I don't think it's going to get touched. Yeah, people go first turn Dragossack, but we got Susanoo coming out in the next set, and we got some other, like, we got the Trap Hole. See, that's why I'm putting Trap Hole up to 3. We're getting that Trap Hole. We have to get that archetype with the Trap Holes. So, I mean, Trap Hole, it's kind of okay, nothing to worry about. Or even the Boojins, they get over this guy with Susanoo, attack both tokens and attack him, and it's just okay. Big Eye, I can see going down to 1 or 2. I have a feeling it's going to go down to at least 2. I want to put it at 1. I think it's going to go up. We'll say we're going to put it at 1. It's just too good, and if it does get reprinted, everybody's going to want to pick it up. So, but it depends. If it does get reprinted, I feel like it'll stay at 2, but if it doesn't, it'll stay at 1. It'll bring down the price of. Basically, Konami's going to try and, I mean, what they did last time was, I mean, they make reprints to make cards a little cheaper for players. I mean, if Big Eye gets hit to 1, not everybody's going to need a play set, so they're going to sell them off, and there's more supply than demand, so it'll automatically decrease Big Eye. It'll probably level out then at like 30 or 35. That'd be my own opinion. But anyways, this is just a brief ban list. I just wanted to make a video response to Vexacus 466. And thank you again for giving me the chance to shout you out. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And this is, like I said, this is just a prediction. Nothing to get mad over. Nothing to kill people over. It's just my own little opinion. But I like to hear you guys. I like to hear all your comments, what you guys think, and leave a comment down below, and I'll get back to you guys, or I'll do whatever, or make video responses to you. All right, thanks again, YouTube. It's Toy Lucky. Peacing out. Don't forget, stay lucky.